Thank you, my friends, for tuning in to the East Kentucky Sports Network, broadcasting on 100,000 watts of 101.1 WSGS and Facebook Live and YouTube tonight. We bring you the first round action of the 54th District Tournament here tonight at Perry County Central between Hazard and Buckhorn. Two old foes right here over the years that had some amazing battles in district tournament play. And tonight, Buckhorn coming out with nothing to lose. Hazard, the predicted favorite in the 14th region, now ranked number 5 in Kentucky, been as high as 3 this year. Final for participants in the All-A, where they defeated top 15 teams in Clinton County and Greene County to get there, and a pretty much almost flawless regular seasons as well. Of course, been tested twice by Perry Central. And just as recent as last week, Breathitt County in overtime, and Breathitt County having a chance to win the ball game at the buzzer. But tonight you can throw the record books out. Everything is kind of, you starting over fresh. And Nathan is going to be having us a interview down on courtside, and he's going to be talking to one of the coaches here. But make sure to participate tonight on Facebook there and comment about your team. It's an exciting time here, and just honored to bring you what we call the greatest show in Kentucky here on the road to Rupp. Starts now in Hazard, Kentucky, for all of us sports fans in the 54th District. We're going to give it to Nathan Little right now with the future Hall of Famer, Coach Holland.
Down here courtside, Coach Holland, another 54th District tournament, big-time atmosphere. What you got to do to get a win against the Buckhorn Wildcats here tonight?
Well, number one, we've got to play good defense, rebound the ball well, and we always feel like if we do that, we got a pretty good chance of winning the game. And we got some good offensive players. Every Soul Player of the Year, get them the ball on the post. Got outstanding shooters, and Seth Cottle, Dalton Combs, Nick shoots the ball really well. Tucker Johnson's had a really good year for us, but we can play 8 or 9 guys. All of them's got to be effective. Just take advantage of our strengths.
How important is it to get a good start in the postseason tonight?
Well, I think anytime you play postseason, you want to get off to a good start. You want to be sharp when you play, and carries over for your next game. And Coach Blank does a great job with his ball club. They're much improved this year, and we're going to have to play well to get them here.
Good luck tonight, Coach. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We'll be right back with Coach Shannon Blank here in just a moment.
And Nathan makes his way over the courtside here to Coach Blank. Going to be giving you that interview just about right now.
Down here center court with Coach Shannon Blank. Coach, been a rough year. Hit with the injury bug here late, but always a big game. You guys are always a threat to make it hard on somebody this time of year. How do you think your team's playing right now?
Well, with the recent floodings and snow, man, it's been real hard to be consistent, but there's one thing they always do for me. They always play as hard as they can for the whole entire 32 minutes. So if they do that tonight, you guys shot anytime.
What do you guys have to do specifically tonight? Hazard's not lost in the 14th region yet. You got your hands full, but what do you think you can do tonight to make the most of what you got?
Well, we got to keep Combs from hitting every single three on us like he has the last 2 games. We got to keep Evan Shawn off the boards. Other than that, straight up clean defense and get some offense rolling. Don't have to every shot, but just consistently get a bucket here, a bucket there, and try to stay within reason towards the end of the game.
Coach, thanks for talking to us. Good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
We'll be right back on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
When you're ready to take the leap into buying a new home, Hyden Citizens Bank is here to help. At Hyden Citizens Bank, we understand this important milestone in your life, and we want to make your dream a reality. Our friendly lending staff has years of experience. We're here to make sure buying your first house is smooth and simple. From appraisal to closing, Hyden Citizens Bank is your trusted partner for securing a strong financial future for you and your family. Our dedicated team is ready to provide the guidance and care you deserve throughout this journey. Don't wait. Call us today at 672-2344. Hyden Citizens Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At TVS, we've been working hard preparing for the future. Well, the future is now. TVS offers digital cable, digital phone service, high-speed internet, and a fiber optic infrastructure. We're a local company putting money back into our local economy while supporting our local schools and organizations. What about those other guys? You know, those big out-of-town companies. What have they done for you lately? Mountain people serving mountain people. TVS 606-439-3167.
Are you or a loved one managing diabetes? At the Mary E. Martin Diabetes Center, located at Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky, we provide personalized, comprehensive care from a team of skilled local providers you can trust. Dr. John Jones, Dr. Kendall Bowling, and Larissa Miller provide personalized diabetes management plans, diabetic foot care, and insulin pump clinic, and much more. Take control of your diabetes with the support of caring professionals close to home. Call us today at 606-439-1300.
They are the electric motor headquarters, Maggard Electric, Southeast Kentucky's #1 to repair or replace your small electric motors. Maggard Electric is ESA approved. They can replace air compressor motors, swimming pool pumps, heating and cooling motors for heat pumps, air conditioners, and so much more. Over 300 electric motors in stock, and if they don't have it, they can get it. Maggard Electric, still strong, still serving Southeast Kentucky, located 6 miles north of Hazard on Highway 15. Open 7:30 till 4, Monday through Friday, 436-6886.
PG, the chief. We're back here, folks, with 6:06 on the clock, and the Bulldogs of Hazard taking on the Buckhorn Wildcats here at John C. Combs Arena. Nathan Little here with Greg Napier. Big night of basketball here. First one, you know, Coach Blank kind of alluded to it. Bulldogs have always shot well against them, specifically mentioned Combs. Bulldogs have a lot of weapons, and you can't key in on one for another one trying to take you down. But I was talking to Coach after we went off there. Coach Al Holland actually lost to the Buckhorn Wildcats here on this floor. His last ever game as a Perry Central Commodore head coach.
I do remember that.
Was heavily favored, and they lost by, I think, 30 or 40.
Yeah,
it was
a running clock. Well, I don't know if we had running.
I don't think we had a running clock.
But it could have, could have been. But I mean, you throw everything out the door. We both have, over the years, Kentucky high school basketball, we have seen a lot of massive upsets in the first round. So I mean, records are out the door, and Buckhorn. We use that word fearless. They'll be fearless tonight, I believe. Of course, a guy I think that's really stepped up, Nathan, in the last 3 weeks for Hazard, it's really asserted himself in the equation as a guy that's going to make a difference is Trace Kincaid. Big, the Breathitt County game, I think he scored 9 points in overtime or 7, something like that. But he's a guy that's asserted himself. Now, Kenyon Higgins, you're working him back into the fold, and Tucker Johnson. I've said it from the first of the year. I thought he was the key link to their success, and now you throw in a couple more there. It'll be a tall task, man. But don't tell Buckhorn that.
Oh yeah, Buckhorn, like, they play, and Coach Blank said it. They play hard.
Yeah.
He's not going to have them have a situation where they come out and quit or give up. They're going to play hard the entire game. The thing that makes it challenging, though, is in a game like this, you mentioned Trace Kincaid, 9 points. Tucker Johnson coming in, big minutes down low, or, guys like coming off the bench like Ridge Beverly.
Yeah.
You can't – every one of those guys is kind of an X factor. You know what you're going to get out of Everso. You know what you're going to get out of Cottle. Those guys you're not going to be able to eliminate them.
Yeah.
But it feels like any given night, one of these other guys can step up. And when you're trying to, Buckhorn has to win this one ugly tonight.
Yeah.
If they want to win this, they got to win it ugly. They got to they're not going to outrun the Bulldogs. They're not going to outscore them. But they can hustle. They can hustle with them, and they can play as hard as the Bulldogs. It's just they got to find a way to get that score low.
Yeah.
And Hazard has a way of finding kids. When you're trying to keep the score in the 30s and 40s, and you got kids coming off the bench that can go for double figures, it's tough to do that.
Yeah, I mean, every one of those kids that come off the bench, like you said, can be a double-figure score. I mean, Ridge Beverly, too, as a young man, it's more battle-tested than anybody. He's played, in 2 state tournaments over his career, I believe. Is that right? With Perry?
At
least one,
sure.
we know. At least
one, yeah.
But, he's got another shot here to go this year. He's a guy that, down the All-A, the last time we were together, you think about that stretch drive there with Greene County. And also, too, he played big minutes there against Butler County as well. And, I mean, he's a guy, too, man, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with just with his experience. So Hazard has got a golden opportunity, Nathan. They really do. But now don't tell that to Buckhorn and the rest of the 14th region. They could care less.
Oh, yeah, folks. It's big time. We're 2 minutes away from tipping this one off. We're going to take one last break. Take one break, and then we'll come back. A little more pregame. We're about ready to tip this one off. Hazard versus Buckhorn on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
With the Perry County Public Library card, you can check out books, movies, magazines, ebooks, as well as use their online databases that allow you to take online classes, repair your auto, or research your family history. Visit the library at 289 Black Gold Boulevard, Hazard, Kentucky. Call them at 606-436-2475 or visit their website, perrycountylibrary.org, for more information. The Perry County Public Library, your source for information, education, and entertainment.
Hey, it's Kristen Mulcahy, Marketing Manager with Appalachian Wireless. In today's world, staying connected is more important than ever. That's why having a local service provider matters. We're not just here to sell you a plan or a phone. We're here to serve you because we live and work right here in the communities that we call home. We take pride in being your local choice. And at Appalachian Wireless, you're not just another customer. You're our neighbor, our friend, and part of our families. We're here to keep you connected to what matters most. Why? Because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
If your pipes are broke, your hot water's a joke. Who you gonna call? Hot Gully! And your drains won't drain, driving you insane. Who can you call? Hot Gully! Call 233-5936. Call 233-5936. You better call Todd.
We're back here, folks, trying to get you a little pregame. Going to get the opening prayer here in just a second. Want to see how this times out. Let's go down to public address announcer Jeff Campbell.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Perry County School District Superintendent Mr. Kent Campbell and the administration of Perry County Central High School, Principals Dr. Michelle Ritchie, Mr. Kevin Campbell, and Assistant Principal Cindy Johnson, along with the faculty, staff, and students of Perry County Central High School, we want to welcome you to the John C. Combs Arena and Coach Randy Napier Court for the opening round of the boys' 54th District Basketball Tournament. Our first game tonight features the Wildcats of Buckhorn High School, the Bulldogs of Hazard High School. At this time, if you would, please rise for tonight's invocation, and please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Tonight's invocation will be delivered by Miss Riley Adams. Riley is a junior here at Perry Central and is actively involved in our student council, the prayer club, and is a member of the Commodore Players and their drama department.
Father in heaven, I thank you for today. I thank you for bringing us here and giving us this opportunity to just glorify you through different acts. I thank you for basketball. I thank you for the love that these students have. I just pray that you would grow that in them, and I pray that you would help them use their ability that you have gifted them with to glorify you, not for fame or wealth or anything that the world might bring them, but just to glorify you through all of our acts and the gifts that you've blessed us with. I pray that you would allow us to have a safe game and to play fairly and honor you in everything we think, say, and do. And in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
We'll be right back on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Don't miss out on Fazoli's newest pasta combo with a lasagna roll and fettuccine pasta duo. Two delicious favorites for the price of one. All for just $5.99 and $6.99. Roll into flavor with ricotta-filled lasagna rolls paired with creamy fettuccine Alfredo baked side by side to golden perfection. All on one plate. Why choose one when you can have two pasta creations? And don't forget about Fazoli's signature garlic breadsticks. They're unlimited when you dine in. Insane value, insane flavor only at Fazoli's. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary by location. Unlimited breadsticks, dine in only. Tax not included. Fazoli's and logo, a federally registered trademarks of Fazoli System Management, LLC.
back, folks. We'll keep it with Jeff for the starting lineups.
Contest first for the Buckhorn Wildcats, starting at one forward, a sophomore wearing number 5, Peyton Collins. At guard, a senior wearing number 12, Austin Riley. At guard, a sophomore, number 14, Daniel Morris. At the other forward, a junior wearing number 24, Jacob Neese. And at center, a junior, number 35, Braden Rice. Buckhorn is coached by head coach Shannon Blank. Now let's meet the starters for the Hazard Bulldogs. Starting at one guard, a junior wearing number 2, Dalton Combs. At guard, a senior wearing number 4, Nick Ratliff. At forward, a senior wearing number 5, Evan Ebersole. At the other guard, a junior wearing number 13, Seth Cottle. And at forward, a junior wearing number 22, Tucker Johnson. Hazard is coached by head coach Al Holland. Our officials for this contest, Mr. Tim Trent, Mr. Benny Campbell, and Mr. Roger Fairchild.
And here we go, getting ready to start things off. I mentioned it in the pregame interview, but Dylan Easterling, and he was, I would imagine he was Buckhorn's leading scorer, went down. He's got got some broken bones in his hand.
Yeah.
Broke, and if I remember right, broke them during practice. Just came down on his hand weird and unable to play the rest of the season. The stud sophomore has to watch from the side here, and we're about ready to get tipped off. Hazard controls the tip. Cottle has it. If you're watching along on Facebook or YouTube, thank you. If you're listening on the radio, you can head over there or imagine it. Hazard going right to left, and Cottle misses one in the lane. Ball tipped around. Eversole gets it up and in through the contact, gets the putback. 2-0 Bulldogs. 7:38 on the clock, and the Bulldogs are pressing, Greg.
Well, I mean, that's important for the Buckhorn Wildcats. They've got to keep Hazard off the glass here, Nathan.
Neese in a little bit of trouble. He finds Collins. Back to Neese. He holds it up, tries to get it to Collins. That's tipped out of bounds by the Bulldogs. So with 7:20 on the clock, it is 2-0 Hazard. And Daniel Morris going to throw it in for the Wildcats. Into Neese. Neese kind of the heart and soul of this team, and the junior. To the big man off the glass, down the lane. Braden Rice gets it to go.
Yeah, that's a good side if you're a Buckhorn fan right there. Good move by Braden.
2-0, 3 out of the corner for the Bulldogs. No good, and that's going to be a foul against Combs as he goes over the back. Buckhorn with the box out after the miss off of Ratliff, and that's what you get for it. You draw the foul.
Yeah, that's just textbook right there from Mr. Riley.
Ball into Riley, and he's going to break the press by himself, get it back to Morris, off to Neese, and the Wildcats into the front court with 6:50 on the clock, tie ball game. Going to be knocked out of bounds by Combs. And Buckhorn a chance to take an early lead.
Yeah, Buckhorn's demeanor, man, is good right now, Nathan, and they look confident.
Yeah, they do not look like the moment's too big for them.
No.
The big thing is you got to do it for 4 quarters. And they're going to call steps against Morris as he tries to spin and shoot the fadeaway.
There's good defense there from Nick Ratliff. I think very underappreciated as a defender in this region, Nathan.
And Buckhorn going to throw some pressure at the Bulldogs, and they leave Combs uncovered for 3. 5-2 with 6:20 on the clock.
Just in your discussion there with Coach Blank, what he didn't want to happen has already happened here early on.
Ball into Riley for the Wildcats. Back to Neese. Neese double teamed. Back off to Riley. Into the lane. Up off of the glass. Can't get it to go. Eversole pulls down the rebound for the Bulldogs. Up ahead to Ratliff for the bank shot. The Kipper Furniture bank shot. with 6:03 on the clock. Timeout. Wildcats will be back in 30 seconds on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
The Fugit Family Chiropractic staff is highly knowledgeable and experienced, providing you with the leading-edge technology and proven techniques for optimum pain relief and minimal recovery time. If you suffer from neck or lower back pain, headaches, herniated or bulging discs, or even degenerative disc disease, don't spend another minute suffering. Fugit Family Chiropractic is also nationally certified to perform DOT and CDL physicals. No referral is needed, and walk-ins are always welcome. Fugit Family Chiropractic in Hazard and Whitesburg. Your hometown's...
We're back, folks, out of that People's Bank and Trust timeout. 30 seconds from the Buckhorn Wildcats, just to feel like Coach Blank knows if this gets out of hand early.
Well, he's got to keep them confident, Nathan, early on. Definitely got to keep them confident.
Yeah. Wildcat ball, they lose the handle, find Jacob Neese deep behind the three-point line, and he gets into the lane, forces one up, can't get it to go. Cottle comes out of there for the Bulldogs up ahead to Eversole. Does not have numbers, but gets it to go. 9-2, had 3 trailing behind him.
Well, that recipe for that fast break, it's worked so well all year long. This strong outlet passes from the Bulldogs finished in a lot of layups for this team this year.
Neese to the rack, up, no good. Eversole, and another outlet pass to Ratliff. He's held up, and they're going to call steps against him. Yep.
I like the move there. That Euro step is what the kids call it these days right there. And Nick Ratliff, such a good athlete, Nathan. Really has had a strong year.
5:17 on the clock. 9-2 Bulldogs here in the first. Buckhorn weathering a 7-0 run, trying to stop the drought. Neese into the lane, out to Riley on the left wing. He dribbles through to his right, guarded by Cottle. Top of the key to Morris. Morris crosses over to his left, leaves it off for Neese. Neese gets the screen. He's going to pull up from the elbow and gets it to go. 9-4.
Jacob Neese has had an outstanding career at Buckhorn. That's a solid shot right there.
Cottle has it in the lane off to Ratliff for 3. No good. Rebounded by Combs, but saves it to Morris of the Wildcats. And here comes Buckhorn in transition. Riley in the lane. Got to get rid of it. Knocked out of his hands. He finds Jacob Neese. Neese to Morris. Pump fake, sidestep, 3. It's good. 9-7, 5-0 run for the Wildcats.
Just a great shot fake right there, and textbook, my friend, right there. That was a great-looking shot.
4:10 on the clock. Bulldogs by 2. Cottle in the lane with the reverse lay. It is good. 11-7, 4 on the clock.
Seth Cottle just as smooth as silk, man, with that drive.
Neese to Morris. Morris steps up, finds Collins. Collins heads to the rack, and he's going to walk. That's the third traveling violation we have seen tonight, Greg.
Well, I'll tell you what, I mean, both teams, though, are filling each other out here early on here. Who's going to be the more aggressor? Hazard has been, but now, give Buckhorn credit. They are fighting back.
Ratliff, my brother, you're not going to get that against the Buckhorn Wildcats. 2-on-1, and Ratliff decides he's going to take it himself, and he is, in football, you would call that decleated.
Yeah.
But he was taken out of the air. But he's back up shooting the free throws, and the first one's good. 12-7 Bulldogs.
Well, there's a lot of fight in Riley. That kid has fought hard all year, plays hard, and is definitely Buckhorn proud. That kid has had a really good year.
Ratliff makes the pair, 13-7. Bulldogs by 6. Jacob Neese leaves it for Morris at the logo. Goes to his right. Riley comes through. He hands it off. Crosses over. Loses the handle. Got to get rid of it. Finds Morris. Morris to the rack. To Rice off of his foot. And we got a foul called against the Wildcats. Going to be Hazard ball.
This is where they miss Eastland the most, I think, in the half court, Nathan, too, because he can get to the basket and rise and score in the paint.
And Combs gets to the rim himself. 15-7. Bulldogs trying to abuse this press, Greg.
Yeah, they're having no trouble with it right now.
Jacob Neese, full head of steam, stops, pops. It's good. 15-9. Still hanging around. 3 minutes to go in the first. Bulldogs lead it by 6. Ratliff pump fake, gets in the lane for the Kipper Furniture bank shot. It's good. 17-9.
That's a nice looking shot right there from Ratliff. We're still going back to Jacob Neese, a textbook elbow jumper against that press.
Morris with the ball for the Wildcats. Other left side of the lane, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Cottle of the Bulldogs. He's got his eyes up, and he's going to be called for the travel. Fourth travel call of the night, 2 against each team.
Yeah, definitely. There's a little jitters always as you make that march to Rupp here in February. But I think both teams, though, are fitting in nicely to this game.
Oh, and stolen away. Here's Eversole, full head of steam, leaves it off for Ratliff, and he can't get it to go. Eversole cleans it up. 19-9, 10-point lead, largest of the game with 2:15 on the clock.
Just always around the ball, Nathan. You just he's a guy that you got to seal out on these backboards, man. He is just a terror.
Morris with the ball for the Wildcats. Ethan Huff's checked into the game. Leaves it off for Neese, top of the key. Off to Riley. Riley picks up his dribble, finds Neese. Neese in the lane to Morris. And he's going to be pushed off, run off the three-point line quickly. 1:40 on the clock, 19-9 Bulldogs. Buckhorn with the ball, trying to thwart another hazard run. Riley. Oh, we're going to call the walk. It looked bad, but I don't know that he picked it up,
I
Greg.
know, man. It was close, and I commend Buckhorn on their patience here too, Nathan. I mean, this team has really improved throughout the year. They really have.
Here comes Eversole down low on Rice. The big man gets it to go. 21-9, 12-point lead, largest of the game.
You know, he just plays downhill all the way, man. This, he's been one heck of a blessing to watch here for high school basketball in the region.
Knocked out of bounds. Good idea there. It was Neese and Rice on the give and go. Neese threw it to him and immediately cut to the basket. Had a good look, but Hazard tracks it down, swats it out of bounds. Ridge Beverly into the game for Seth Cottle. And now Buckhorn with the ball inbounds. 21-9. Hazard leads it with 1 minute on the clock. On the call, the foul on Tucker Johnson. Just kind of got tangled up with Riley. It didn't look like anything really intentional. Just
that's a good matchup between Riley and Johnson. Just two tough young men right there, and those two are going to fight all the way to the buzzer. I can promise you that.
Neese with the basketball off to Huff. Huff going to fire the three. Front iron, no good. Rebounded by Eversole of the Bulldogs. Off to Beverly, 40 seconds. Up to Combs. Combs had to double clutch that one. Gets into the lane and turns it over. Huff coming out of there with it for Buckhorn. And finds Jacob Neese. Buckhorn coming in a hurry. Neese held up, finds Morris for three. Back iron, no good. Gets his own rebound. Into the lane, reverse layup, up and in, cuts it to 10 with 20 seconds on the clock.
That was a heck of a move. I mean, follow your shot right there, fellas, right there. If you're young folk right there, watch right there. That play is textbook and following your jump shot and scoring.
5 seconds on the clock. Beverly to Combs off the screen. He's covered up. He's going to find Eversole. Three at the buzzer. It's good. Does it count? It does. 24-11. Eversole puts one in the jugular right at the end of the buzzer. 24-11. We'll be right back on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Your hometown's where you want to raise your family.
For Tanner Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, here's Daryl Billings.
0% financing for up to 72 months. Huge rebates, great trade-in allowances, and accommodating friendly service is what we're all about at Tanner Dodge in Stanton. We'll go the extra mile to get you the best deal possible and make your buying experience positive. Over 83% of the people we have sold to in the past few years have returned to buy from us again. Come see why. You'll be glad you did.
Come on home to savings. Tanner Dodge Chrysler Jeep.
For nearly 60 years, LKLP Community Action has been helping improve the lives of those in need throughout our communities. With programs and services that assist people of all ages, LKLP works to empower people, improve quality of life, and combat poverty. From transportation, education, and workforce support to assistance with family advocacy, home energy, safety, and more, LKLP is your go-to community partner. Find your county outreach office at www.lklp.org.
24-11, the Bulldogs up 13. Big three from Eversole at the buzzer. Buckhorn been hanging around, but Hazard just been slowly building this lead, Greg.
They really have, man. It's kind of a well-oiled machine, and just really impressive.
Beverly with the steal for the Bulldogs, headed to the rack, leaves it off for big man, and Higgins up off the glass and in with the bank shot courtesy of Kipper Furniture. And here we go, up ahead to Eversole, another steal for Beverly, and Eversole with the lay-in, 28-11, timeout. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust. We'll be right back on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
You don't need to drive all the way to Lexington for expert health care. You can get the primary care services you and your family need right here at the UK June Buchanan Medical Clinic in Hindman and the UK North Fork Valley Community Health Center in Hazard. Our providers offer affordable, comprehensive care, regardless of income or ability to pay. All backed by UK Healthcare, Kentucky's #1 hospital. To learn more or schedule an appointment, visit ukhealthcare.com/trust.
Looking for fast, easy, and secure electronic banking? Community Trust Bank has a wide variety of banking services to meet your needs, including internet banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. We now have even more great services like Apple Pay and Google Pay. Make payments directly from your smartphone. And Zelle, a fast, easy, secure way to send and receive money from your smartphone. Visit us on the internet at ctbi.com or stop by and see us at one of our 79 branch offices.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're back, folks. 28-11 with 7:30 to go here in the first half. And it was a quick 4-0 run for the Bulldogs off of 2 turnovers forced by Ridge Beverly.
Yeah, he just does those things, Nathan. And I think he's the best passer, I believe, in this region, too, man. Just always impressed by what he does when he comes in for the Bulldogs.
Huff with the basketball for the Wildcats off to Riley. Top of the key to Neese. Neese finds Riley down low. He's stolen away from Higgins. So 3 turnovers to start the second quarter. And this is all from guys in the Bulldogs' second wave. And going to be a foul called going to the free throw line is Evan Eversole.
I got to ask Nathan, who does he remind you of? Evan Eversole, from a friend up in Northern Kentucky. He's a great basketball aficionado, and I swear, I told him, I said, well, if Trenton Noah is the Mountain Mamba, then Evan Eversole is the Mountain Joker. He reminds me of the kid at Denver there. I mean, he passes it well, shoots it well. He's not extremely quick, but always makes the right play. He's always getting the tough rebounds. He's got the great touch around the basket. So to me, he's a smaller version of the Joker there.
Just made a couple free throws, too. Push this one 30-11. That's your 14th Region Player of the Year a Mr. Basketball candidate.
Absolutely.
Neese hands it off to Riley for the Wildcats. Got it at the high post. Leaves it off for Huff. Tried to get him going downhill, but Kincaid cuts him off. But off to Neese. He gets to the rack and puts it up and in, 30-13.
That's a great move by Jacob Neese. Very athletic, and as a kid, has just got it more under control throughout the season. Really has had a nice year.
6:15 on the clock, 30-13 Hazard. Beverly with the ball at the logo for the Bulldogs. Right side to Higgins to Eversole, top of the key to Cottle. Cottle gets a screen, going to get to his spot and fire it, and it is nothing but the bottom of the net. 32-13. Bulldogs lead it.
He does that as good as anybody in Kentucky. I believe that in-between jumper right there, such a weapon when he gets to the paint.
Buckhorn trying to beat this press, and they get it to Neese. Neese, he's got numbers, going to elevate and fire. Gets it to go, 32-15, little mid-range jumper.
Yeah, I mean, you've got two orchestrators, that mid-range jumper on this floor tonight, and Cottle and Neese.
And Beverly bragged about his passing, and he sells that one a little high.
Of course, now, Higgins, too, is getting some of that rust off, I believe, but it's good to see him back out on the floor. But
don't know that he was ever, without the rust, he would have jumped up and grabbed that one. Morris on the break for Buckhorn and going to be headed to the free throw line as the foul called on Higgins. Incorrect on Trace Kincaid. 32-15. Buckhorn still hanging around, keeping it under 20, but with 5.5 minutes to go, if you're Coach Blank, as Morris misses that first free throw, you got to get it to around 10 at the half.
If you can get it around 10 at the half, Nathan, I think you've done a heck of a job here. But the demeanor of Buckhorn since the last time we've seen them has improved, and it's their work's paying off as well.
Second free throw good, 32-16. Kincaid for three, no good. Rebound, offensive rebound by Higgins. Kincaid gets another shot, and he's going to rattle it in, 35-16.
I tell you, in the last month, nobody's been more hot from three-point line than this kid.
Hazard got a hand on the inbounds pass, but Buckhorn comes up with it. Got a hand on another one. Hazard causing a lot of trouble, and Blank calls the timeout. Coach Blank said he could not watch that any longer. We'll keep it right here. 30-second timeout. 35-16 with 4:51 to go. Coach Blank called one of these timeouts early when they were hit with a 7-0 run. Now they're in the midst of another run, almost down 20.
Yeah, I mean, there's credit, too, to Kincaid and Cottle, man. Put those guys in the front of that press there. They're longer than average arms and move well. I mean, they're going to be a task to bring the ball up against. But, Buckhorn, Coach Blank is trying to settle his kids in. Like you said, get it to that magic number. If you can get it around 10 at halftime, you get in to halftime, get a break, keep believing, man. You got another half in front of you. Anything can happen.
4:51 on the clock. Ball into Jacob Neese of the Wildcats. He comes up, goes to his left, double teamed, triple teamed, and loses it. Up ahead to Eversole, off the glass and in. 37-16.
Well, Hazard's these defenders, man, that they can throw at you is just, textbook discipline. I mean, that's been a great thing about Coach Holland over the years. He's created a lot of great defensive teams. He's got one here as well.
Yeah, they just Eversole back tapped that one out of bounds. So it's going to be Buckhorn ball. 4:24 on the clock, 37-16 Bulldogs. And Huff out of the corner for three. It's good, 37-19.
And in Buckhorn, when they've got great looks tonight, they're knocking down shots, Nathan. You got to give them credit.
Johnson with the ball for the Bulldogs. Off to Beverly, they'll start the offense. 37-19 the score. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Kincaid. Higgins goes back door, and he finds Johnson on the other side of the lane for two. Bulldogs by 20.
Yeah, you talk about sharing the basketball right there. That was beautiful.
Neese, coast to coast, knocked out of bounds by. Oh, they're going to say it's off the Wildcats. I thought it would have been a blocked shot, but either way.
Yep.
Going to be hazard ball. Kincaid off to Johnson. Back to Kincaid. He's going to fire the three. No good. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. Johnson has it, and he's going to step with it. Turnover for the Bulldogs, but they still lead it by 20 with 3:32 to go here in the first half.
Well, the confidence keeps growing with Trace Kincaid. As far as Hazard goes, man, like I said, he's going to have his name in that book right there, propelling them to their goals, I believe.
Riley going to be fouled, head of the free throw line. This was a few minutes ago. They were down 16 at the line, and we were saying, if you want to get it to 10.
Yeah.
But here they're trying to avoid going in down 20. 39-20 after the first free throw. Riley misses the second. Higgins with the rebound for the Bulldogs off to Cottle, and he's going to bring it up slow.
Cottle's such a tough matchup for pretty much anybody in this region here, Nathan. The guy has a tremendous upside.
Cottle off to Kincaid, back to Cottle. He's going to fire the three here, and it is good. 42-20. 22-point lead for the Bulldogs. 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Huff's going to fire the three for the Wildcats. He gets it to go, 42-23.
And that's the second one out of that corner for Huff right here tonight, man. That's a great-looking shot.
And that's going to be open as long as Hazard's throwing as many guys in the backcourt as they do.
Yeah.
Kincaid going to fire another one. No good. That hits the shot clock, and that's going to be out of bounds going to the Wildcats.
What's a good thing about Hazard, if you're a little cold and insert, probably one of the top three shooters in this part of the state, and Dalton Combs and Nick Ratliff, too, can knock down that three. Hazard just has so many weapons.
Yeah, Hazard been subbing in and out as they've really not. We'll see if Buckhorn, okay, they're going to turn it over. I was going to see if they'd give me some time to talk, but I guess that's one way to do it. No, they're going to keep it off the foot of a Bulldog. 2:26 on the clock. 42-23 Hazard. And Huff has it off to Collins. Neese comes through on the screen. He's got it at the high post. Got to get rid of it. He finds Morris. And Neese goes back to get it at the volleyball line. Goes to his right. To the left top of the key. And that is a moving screen from Collins. He hip checked it.
Yeah, he did. I mean, just a little late on that screen right there. And definitely, for Buckhorn, too, they found, some positive, offense, especially out of Neese here around that free throw line. So just got to tone that up.
But the Bulldogs, as Combs going to fire the three, no good. Gets his own rebound, reverse layup, good. 44-23. The Bulldogs, Al Holland notorious for throwing in some wrinkles late in the playoffs in the season. As the Kipper Furniture Bank shot. Sorry, I went UK there for a minute. 44-25 with 1:30 on the clock. And they have not really pressed start to finish.
No.
And they've done that tonight, and they are subbing guys in and out religiously.
Yeah, I love the pattern that Coach Holland's throwing at Buckhorn here early on.
Beverly going to go baseline and gets it to go, reverse layup. Bulldogs by 20-plus once again, 46-25, 1 minute on the clock.
Ooh.
Morris, nice little hesitation move, going to cut it to 19.
That was a solid move there from Morris.
With a minute to go, Bulldogs going to have the ball, and Coach Holland says, we're not in a hurry, boys. Beverly got it at top of the key, finds Combs off a screen. Neese covers him up pretty quickly, and they're going to start the offense again, top of the key with Cottle, and he goes in through the contact, no call, but Buckhorn going to come out of there with it with 39 seconds on the clock. Riley in the lane, up off the glass, no good. Beverly has it 30 seconds, sees he doesn't have numbers, and slows it down, gets it to Cottle.
Has it pretty much get what they want right here. It's this offense, man, is so impressive. And then you get Hazard in a situation like this with the ball in the last minute here. I mean, Al Holland's an assassin and making you pay right there with
Intended to play shots. Cottle for three. It's good. 49-27. Wow. And that is going to do us for the first half. The Bulldogs lead the Wildcats by 22. We're going to take a break, come back, talk about it some more. Hazard leading at 54th District on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Thinking of buying a home? Maybe you're a little anxious about taking that first step. Maybe you want to sell your current home, but you just don't know where to start. Drop the anxiety. Why not get help from someone who happens to know the housing market better than anyone in our area? Someone who has already helped many first-time buyers as well as long-time homeowners. Michelle Jones, your local RE/MAX realtor. Michelle is ranked in the nation's top agents and serves your area. So whether you're looking to buy or sell a home, the right agent can lead the way. Michelle Jones, RE/MAX. Call 233-4185.
What's in a name anyway? Well, our answer is everything. Because we're the store that puts our promise to you right in our name. Save-A-Lot Food Stores. Now, Save-A-Lot isn't just a name we picked for ourselves. It's a name we've earned by bringing you only the best grocery items, freshest produce, and quality meat available at the best possible value every day. That's Save-A-Lot.
Save money at your local Save-A-Lot store in Hazard and in Hayden.
Since 1919, Mine Service Company has been servicing the coal mining industry with quality general mine supplies. Mine Service offers a wide variety of products, including electrical cable, mine roof support material, lubricants, conveyor belts, drain pipe, underground miner cap lights, quality boots, knee pads, bottled drinking water, and much, much more. Locally owned with locations on Highway 15 South in Hazard, in Wise, Virginia, and now their new hydraulic hose division on Willie Way across from Applebee's in Hazard. Mine Service Company.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Your vintage helmet turns heads. Your leather jacket has more zippers than a blue jean factory. Your fingerless gloves fit you like a, well, you know, no doubt about it. Owning a motorcycle makes you look cool, but insuring it with Kentucky Farm Bureau makes you look smart. You even get a multi-policy discount if you're already a Kentucky Farm Bureau customer. Kentucky Farm Bureau, now offering motorcycle insurance.
Visit or call Janet Smith, Kentucky Farm Bureau Agency Manager, or agents Major Gabbard and Chase Smith.
February is Children's Dental Health Month, and at Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Little Flower Dental Clinic, we believe teaching kids about good oral hygiene is vital to keeping them healthy. Get expert dental care at Little Flower Clinic, exams, dental prophylaxis, and sealants. Call to make an appointment today at 487-9505. After hours 216-4708. Little Flower Dental Clinic. Dr. Tamara Corellis, Dr. Arnold Sloan, and Dr. G.R. Baker.
We're back, folks, here at the half, 49-27 in a game that looked like, Buckhorn was going to hang in there for a minute. Still not over, but the Bulldogs, I've said it many times, it's just when they get up by 20, it's in the second half, it's hard to really see them relinquish a lead with the way they play. Right now, they're causing a lot of trouble for Buckhorn on the press. They cause just as much problems for them in the half court game as well. But it's hard to see a reality where they don't come out and try to coast on this one. But we've seen, you and I have seen a lot of basketball. Yeah. Sometimes when you try to, I know there was back when the great Roderick Rhodes came to Cordia and the fiasco that was for the 14th region. In the district championship game, they played Knott Central, and they were up. They were pressing. They were getting out in transition, and they were just beating Knott Central, like this. And they were up I think they were up 19 at the half. Then they come out in the second half, and they try to just take the air out of the ball, slow it down. And then Knott Central got back into it, and then it was too late, and Knott Central comes away with it. So I think, but Hazard, it's different. With that Cordia team, I felt like they wanted to get out and run. They wanted to get out, and making them slow things down was kind of taking away what they do well. But these Bulldogs, they slow it down as well as anybody.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, they check off all the boxes, and they've, really, you think about the 3 games that you and I were, we covered there in the All-A tournament, and you talk about those 3 different styles that they played up against, and they can beat you in so many ways. And now you throw in Higgins back into the lineup, and you got a couple other kids that are starting to step up since the All-A, especially in Trace Kincaid. And, he was very important in that All-A, those first 2 games especially. But, Hazard, man, they just are, they're a well-oiled machine. And, they have to still have that taste in their mouth getting beat out in the region last year. And I just think that threw all the hunger on these kids, and they, like I said, they've got their eyes on March, but now, you got to take it one game at a time. We do know that, but
this is the most important one right now.
This is it, man. This gets you to the regional tournament.
If you can even, you can lose the next one, and it's not the end of the world.
Yeah,
it's not the end of the world, but you got to win this one, and it takes some pressure off of you. And believe me, the Bulldogs, they've had some problems with that pressure late in the season, the last 2 years, because going into the regional tournament, they were the main guys. They were the ones with the target on their back, and back-to-back years, Breathitt hit the mark on that target.
Oh, they did. I mean, Breathitt, I don't want to say they were a giant killer last year, but, because you got Sperry on your team, I mean, you're going to feel like you can go up against the world, but, Hazard, was pretty much in everyone's eyes the favorite last year, but that just I think that even propelled them going into the All-A this year too. And like I said, surely this is going to escalate their expectations. And like I said, you get like you told me there, you get through this first game. That's the big thing. And with this type of lead, Nathan, I mean, if it escalates into the 25-30 here midway through this third quarter, how much does Coach Holland maybe rely on that bench and kind of rest these guys?
I mean, we'll see, but I mean, like the first 3 off the bench, you got Beverly, Kincaid, and Higgins. I mean, those guys start anywhere else.
Anywhere else, man.
Anywhere else. So, I like the Bulldogs' chances, but you'll never hear me count out the Buckhorn Wildcats, folks. 49-27 at the half. With a couple minutes before we come back up, we'll be right back, folks. Hazard leading at 54th District Tournament on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
When it comes to banking, you need a bank that is ready and willing to help you realize your dreams. At People's Bank and Trust, customers come first, offering you a relationship with local people that's built on trust and respect. People's Bank and Trust shares your vision for success, and their team can help you see the results. That's People's Bank and Trust of Hazard. Member FDIC.
Let's face it, in today's world, it's easy to get the feeling that the world is against you. So it's really nice to know that you do have someone on your side. The law offices of David A. Johnson. Accidents and injury law, personal injury, commercial vehicle accidents, criminal and capital offense cases, drug-related cases. David A. Johnson, Justin Noble, and Michael Johnson will fight for you. Call for a free consultation, 435-1552. Visit them at 461 Main Street in Hazard, online at davidajohnsonlaw.com or on Facebook. This is an advertisement.
Here at Kemper Furniture, our slogan is "We know furniture." As well we should. For over 45 years now, it's what we do, it's all we do, it's who we are. At Kemper's, that gives us the opportunity to specialize in getting you exactly what you need. We do our homework to make sure you get the best, longest lasting, best looking brand names at Kemper's guaranteed lowest prices with easy credit terms and fast express delivery. Now that's what I'm talking about. Kemper Furniture in Hazard, where we know furniture.
Quality Care Medical Equipment and Scrubs in Hazard can meet all your needs, from medical equipment like diabetic shoes, post-mastectomy supplies, wheelchairs, crutches, canes, walkers, and more, to a wide variety and extended size scrub uniforms like Med Couture, Healing Hands, Grey's Anatomy, and Cherokee. They also carry nursing shoes, medical accessories, Littman products, Vera Bradley, and more. Stop in and let them know how they can help you today at Quality Care Medical Equipment and Scrubs.
I think it's incredibly important, these first 4 minutes for Buckhorn, Nathan, right here, too. I mean, I'm sure Coach Blank has challenged them, and, in the heart of those good souls over there in Buckhorn, I mean, they can cut into this thing. We do know that.
Here we go, Bulldogs with the ball first to start the half. Immediately into Eversole and up off the glass for the Kemper Furniture bank shot. Just bowls the kid over on the way, Greg.
I mean, he is such a tough cover for anyone in this region, Nathan.
51-27, and here comes Buckhorn. Riley with the basketball. Going to his right. Leaves it off for Jacob Neese. Neese into the lane. Cut off by Combs. He's going to find Huff for the deep bank shot from a la Kemper Furniture.
There you go.
That might be the longest Kemper Furniture bank shot we see.
Absolutely. Mr. Huff knocking them down in the corners and banking them straight away here as well.
51-29. Here we go. Tucker Johnson from the free throw line. It is pure 53-29. 7 minutes on the clock. In the third, Hazard with the 24-point lead. Buckhorn with the basketball. Jacob Neese has it. Going to his right, guarded by Combs. Comes back to his left, picks up his dribble, tries to go down low to Rice. He has to pick it up off the floor, spins, fades, can't get it to go. Eversole with the rebound for the Bulldogs off to Cottle. Up ahead to Ratliff, and he's going to throw it away, going to the Buckhorn Wildcats.
I like the intent. I love how the flow, the break there developed. And Nick Ratliff like to have that pass back, we know.
Yeah, came off the rim, up ahead to half court to the corner, and then they tried to go down low, but no good. Eversole with the steal on the inbounds, and another one that's just a little too much hot sauce on it, Greg. Out of bounds, going to the Wildcats.
A little anxious here early on, they are, but
ball into Riley. Coming up, center of the half-court line, goes to his right, leaves it off for Rice. He's triple-teamed in the corner, got to get rid of it, and stolen. He throws it away, and up ahead to Combs. Combs
good pass.
To Eversole. What a look off the glass for another Kemper Furniture bank shot, 55-29. Hazard leads it by 26 with 6:06 on the clock. Jacob Neese going to draw the foul against Combs as he pushes him out of bounds.
The thing about Dalton Combs, he's getting better as a passer too, Nathan, as he evolves here next year and goes on into college to play. I mean, I think that's going to be a good trait for him. He's a very underappreciated passer.
Off Neese's foot, almost into the backcourt. He finds Huff coming to his right. Leaves it off for Riley, right wing. Jump stop. Got to get rid of it. Finds Huff. Corner three. Air ball. No good. And up ahead to Ratliff. He's got to track it down and save it from going out of bounds. To Cottle for the long jumper. Front iron. No good. What a rebound by Ratliff, and he's fouled.
I tell you what, the energy out of Ratliff is just something. I mean, that was a heck of a effort just to catch that pass, but back in there rebounding and just a kid that plays so hard.
Yeah, big component for the Bulldogs. Combs for three, and it is good. 58-29 lead at 29 with 5:18 to play in the third. Neese, the ball for the Wildcats. Finds Rice, right wing, top of the key to Morris. Stolen away. Ball on the floor. Morris tracks it down for the Wildcats. Off to Riley, up and in. 58-31.
Great look there from Morris to Riley there. It was a solid pass.
5 minutes on the clock here in the third. Seth Cottle with the basketball for the Bulldogs. Left wing to Ratliff. Ratliff down low to Eversole. He's got Riley on him, and he's going to just back up and shoot over top of him. 60-31.
That was old school right there. Textbook fadeaway jumper from Evan Eversole.
Neese with the ball crosses half court for the Wildcats. High post leaves it off for Huff. Huff poked away from him, but Riley comes out of there with it. 60-31 your score. Hazard leading it by 29 with 4:20 on the clock. Riley leaves it off for Morris. Top of the key. Goes to his right, finds Riley in the corner. He dribbles to his left. Clock ticking around that 4-minute mark. Riley has it top of the key for Buckhorn. Picks up his dribble, got to get it to Jacob Neese. Neese has it. Rice in the lane, up off the glass and in. A little power hop, gets it to go, 60-33.
I like that off that flex action right there. It's a good move by Rice.
Cottle with the basketball for Hazard. Off to Combs. Combs stripped and fouled.
Of course, too, with Combs, you'd love to see him, too. He had a head of steam there just to pull up at that elbow right there. But he's getting more aggressive as this year's went on and getting to the basket, which is a great sign.
3:38 on the clock. Eversole into Cottle, and Cottle, little pump fake, and then goes across the lane for the reverse layup, 62-33. Here comes Morris. He's going to fire the straightaway three. Front iron, no good. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. Off to Cottle. Coming up the right side. He's going to hold up at the logo. Got Huff on him. 3:13 on the clock. 62-33. Combs has it left side to Johnson. Into Eversole in the post, and he's going to be fouled hard by Rice going to the free throw line.
Well, Hazard just making all the right screens and being patient and just, really fluid here offensively, Nathan.
Absolutely. Eversole, first free throw up and in. Lead at 30 as Collins going to check into the game for Rice.
What a year, like you said, he's had player of the year, only lost to one team in the state of Kentucky this year. Just remarkable run this kid's had his senior season.
Makes a pair of free throws there. 3 minutes on the clock in the third. Neese with the ball for Buckhorn. He's going to pull up from the high post. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, tap to Huff. And off to Neese at the right wing. And I'm going to say we're quick to call that tonight, Greg.
Yeah. Tucker Johnson, kind of an unsung hero defensively and offensively, too, as Hazard. He knocks down those free throw jumpers. He's always around the ball right there.
That's the second time I've seen Neese, though. It looks like he's just keeping the pivot foot there a little longer than you think. Oh, my goodness, what a circus shot from Ratliff. And he kind of does the Michael Jordan shrug on the way up the court. He's like, okay.
Exactly, man. When it's going, it's going. Wow.
66-33 with 2:25 on the clock. Riley with the basketball off to Collins. Top of the key to Riley. He backs up to the volleyball line. Hazard got Johnson on him. To Morris. To Neese. Neese going to force one up. And they're going to count it. And the foul. 66-35.
We've been blessed to cover Buckhorn like we do in the 54th District here at the East Kentucky Sports Network. And he's one of the kids, man, that is really improved throughout this year. Has made himself a solid 14th region player.
Finishes off the old school three-point play. 2 minutes, 5 seconds on the clock. 66-36 in the third. Bulldogs with a 30-point lead. Combs with the ball to Ratliff, left wing. Top of the key to Cottle. Cottle working on Morris, left side to Ratliff. Eversole top of the key. He's got Riley on him. To Combs, and we got a foul called. Moving screen on Ratliff.
Yeah.
Offensive foul, and Buckhorn going to benefit. Going to come up in a hurry. Riley, or Neese has it all the way into the paint, but can't get the shot to go. Rebounded up ahead to Ratliff. Bulldogs. Ratliff in traffic up and no good, but going to be headed to the free throw line.
That was a heck of a catch. kid running the lane like he does there, but to catch himself, stay under control, and kind of cross up right there to go to the basket. It's one of the best athletes we have in the mountains is Nick Ratliff. That kid is something.
Free throw up and in. 67-36. No, 67. That hit the rim and the backboard multiple times and then bounced out. So splits the pair. quickly. Nice up into the front court and going to elevate for the jumper. 67-38.
You can do that with the best of anyone in this region right there, getting to the paint there and jumping up. He and Seth Cottle very reminiscent how they can get to the paint and score.
All into Johnson. Tries for the reverse layup. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Buckhorn. Collins off to Riley. Riley into the lane. Tried to draw the foul, but did not get it. I like it though, you know.
I like the effort right there from Mr. Riley.
Combs just going to step into one in rhythm, and you might as well count it up. 70-38.
I tell you what, he's about as textbook of a form shooter as you're going to see. Kids like him and Trayton Woods, boy, it's every time they shoot it, you think it's going in.
Nice fouled for the Wildcats and going to go to the line for two. He's played a pretty good game for the Wildcats tonight. Misses the free throw.
He has, Nathan. The resolve these kids have, what they've went through, especially since 2020 over there in Buckhorn. I think everybody has a spot that you want to pull for Buckhorn. God bless those people over there. They are warriors.
Makes the second 70-39. Tucker Johnson has it to Eversole off the glass and in. 72-39 with 20 seconds on the clock. Nice with it for Buckhorn. Picks up his dribble. Got to get rid of it. He finds Huff down to 10. Looking for help. Off to Nice. They got to go in a hurry. 5 seconds on the clock. He shoots it at the buzzer. No good. Offensive board up. No good. 72-39 after 3. We'll be right back. Hazard leads it on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
You been in a car wreck, ain't ya? Yeah. Gonna call our mom and dad now, ain't ya? Yeah. They'll get you money, yeah.
You two cut that out. If you've been injured in a car wreck, call the Mullins Law Firm at 436-HURT. That's 436-HURT. Or visit us at 264 East Main Street in Hazard. This is an advertisement.
Yeah.
Nothing goes along with sports better than pizza, and nobody does pizza like Papa John's. Right now, you can dig into a delicious large Papa John's pizza with up to 5 toppings, or a Papa John's specialty pizza for just $14. Just mention the code 14ANY. That's 14ANY when you place your online or call-in order. $14 for a large 5-topping or specialty pizza. Delivery available at your local Papa John's in Hazard, Pikeville, or Paintsville.
We're back, folks. 72-39, your score. Hazard not quite in the running clock situation yet, but they're gonna empty some of the bench here. Jackson Maggard checking into the game alongside Braden Yance.
Good to see those kids get in here. Think about all the work they put in every day, and still yet, you look at these subs coming in, still pretty good team right there. They're throwing you at you.
Oh, yeah, you still have Kincaid, Higgins, and Beverly, like I said, would start on any team in the 14th region. And they get the stop there, and here comes Trace Kincaid. He holds it up. Looks like he's going to run the show for the second unit here.
Yeah.
Leaves it off for Yance and nearly stolen away. It's going to be tipped into the back court. Oh! We're going to call over and back. I thought if it was tipped into the backcourt, it didn't matter. I could be wrong. Or maybe I saw it wrong, Greg. I don't know.
No. So Buckhorn's going to take advantage of anything they can get here. Like I said, they're not going to go away. These kids play so hard for Coach Blanket, and I really admire them.
Riley to Huff, and that is over and back. Yeah. So, back-to-back over and backs. That's a lot of backs. There you go. 72-39 Hazard. One more bucket puts this in running clock territory. Yeah. Maggard with the basketball. Double teamed off to Kincaid. Kincaid's got Nice in front of him.
Trace Kincaid, as this weather's starting to warm up here, you think about one of the better baseball players in this part of the world. He is as well.
There'll be a foul called on Riley as they get it down low to Maggard. It's going to be a hazard ball out of bounds. Kincaid into Higgins, to Yance, back to Kincaid for three, and the running clock, and it's good, 75-39.
Over the years, Nathan, you've watched Perry Central and Hazard with Al Holland. How effective is that play for him with all the great shooters he's had over the years?
Oh, yeah. And Buckhorn going to turn it over. The clock continues to run. Let me throw this out there as I'm sure it's going to come into play as we announce player of the game here in a little bit. In 3 quarters, Evan Eversole had a quiet 27 points.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous, impressive.
Buckhorn with the steal, and Morris going to put it off the glass for the Kemper Furniture bank shot, 75-41. But and it's just like, you see some players and they're out there, they're really, and there's a give and go. Kincaid going to put it in for 2, 77-41. 6 minutes on the clock. It's like, I say a quiet 27 because it's very, you talked about Jokic. You said that's who Evan Eversole reminds you of.
Yeah.
You know who I'm going to say he reminds me of? The big fundamental, Tim Duncan.
Oh, absolutely. Well, you can very well make a case for that as well.
Because he was also known to just have a quiet 30-point night. You don't even think he's trying, and you look up and he's got 20 and 10.
Now, I would shudder to think that Eversole was somewhere around that 10 to 12 rebound mark and probably 5 assists. And he's such an unselfish kid too, though, Nathan. He probably could have put up another 10 points here that he gave up looks there. There's a reason he's the 14th regional player. That's kind of a cool scenario to look at tonight. He is a quiet assassin.
Yeah, and here's Morris in the lane. Can't get it to go. Higgins with the board off to Beverly. Beverly going to come up the right side. What a look to Maggard, but blows the layup, 77-41. Beverly, a good look, and their Huff misses the 3. Collins with the board for Buckhorn. Knocked out of his hand, spins, puts it up and in. 77-43.
That's a good move there by Mr. Collins there in the paint.
4:30 on the clock. 77-43 Hazard. Yance in the lane, up, no good, going to the free throw line.
That's a heck of a creative move just to get to the basket there, Nathan. Yance, a good athlete.
Free throw up and in, 78-43.
You look up and down that sideline for the Bulldogs, man. They've got kids that contribute in football field, baseball, basketball,
classroom.
It's just man. The people in Hazard really need to relish this team. They're a special group, and I know they do. Especially tournament time, Hazard fans really come out in waves, and they definitely got a lot to cheer for this team.
Neese misses the shot up at Yance for 3. No good. Tapped out of bounds by Maggard. Going to go to the Wildcats with 3:38 on the clock. 79-43. Hazard wins it. Hazard winning it with 3:30 to go. But hey, when it comes to this running clock, Greg, you just can't come back.
You can't come back. There's no way of stopping it. And but still, I love how Mr. Collins and Jacob Neese and Riley, these guys keep fighting here.
Yep, 79-45.
Like I said, we have really enjoyed covering them this year, man. What a blessed group of educators they have over there, and coaches and fans.
And stolen away by Morris up off the glass and in. 79-47. They are still playing hard, Greg.
Yeah.
Kincaid to the rack, up, no good. 79-47. But look here, like I say, when that running clock starts, you're shooting free throws right now.
Yeah.
And this is just going to eat up any chance you got at making a comeback here.
That's true. But, Buckhorn, the loss of Easterling this year, and now they're going to be emptying their bench.
Yeah.
I mean, Buckhorn has no reason to hang their head.
Ran into a buzzsaw tonight, but they played hard.
They play hard. They're class young men over there. And a shout-out to their athletic director, Christy Combs, man, how we love her. And she's such a blessing to this community and just a legend herself in this state.
And Rice going to put it in for 280-49 with 2:18 on the clock. What a pass, and Yance misses the reverse layup. Stamper throws it away for the Wildcats. Kincaid on a breakaway off the glass, can't get it to go. Rice with the rebound for Buckhorn, and he is pushing it in transition, trying to put some more points on the board for his team. To the corner for three. It is good for Waylon Moore.
That corner has been kind to Buckhorn tonight, man, with Huff and Moore and Morris even. I think he hit one there as well earlier, man. But Buckhorn still fighting, man. You just got to love their fight.
1:38 on the clock. Higgins hands it off to Kincaid for the Bulldogs. Picks up his dribble, back to Higgins. Back to Kincaid, under 1:30 to go. 80-52, Hazard leading it. And going to throw it out of bounds. It's going to go to Buckhorn as they get a couple more subs in the game. Alex Neese.
I believe Raven Young, maybe. Is he the other side?
And Braden Everidge.
Or Braden Everidge.
Under a minute to play, 80-52. Everidge for three, no good. Rebounded by Kincaid of the Bulldogs. And off to Maggard, 40 seconds to go.
I think Hazard has to be satisfied, Nathan, how they come out tonight. I mean, it's a business-like effort, but everybody contribute. And like I said, I like Evan Eversole that can give you 27 and 10-plus rebounds, and you really don't even know that he was out there.
80-52 with 13 seconds to go, and Hazard just going to dribble it out. Higgins with the ball. Back to Kincaid, and that's going to be it. 80-52, the Bulldogs win it here in dramatic fashion for the Wildcats. Want to go ahead and shout out the Wildcats seniors as their careers end tonight. Austin Riley, I think he's the lone senior on the team. So
yeah,
Austin Riley. Thanks for letting us cover you here for a kid that's always left it all out on the floor for the Wildcats. Big fan of the way he plays and how hard he plays. But only one senior graduated means they're going to bring back a lot of these guys. They're going to get Easterling back.
Yep.
So I think the Wildcats are going to be a force to deal with for quite some time.
Yeah, I'm excited to see them play next year, but sad to see a guy like Austin Riley graduate because, like I said, we've really enjoyed it, man.
Here we go. Go ahead. We got Evan Eversole here, our player of the game. Evan, buddy, good to have you up here. Tough Buckhorn. They always play everybody hard. That was a tough game. You guys were in control, but they never stopped. What did it feel down there? Because you're bigger than most of them, but they're not afraid to put the elbow in your back and see what happens.
Oh yeah, you got to give the coach credit. They always play hard. They do what the coach asks them to. We, like you said, we were a little bit bigger than them, but they never quit fighting, and you got to respect that out of them. And I thought they did a good job of that. We were just lucky enough to come out with a win.
You had a quiet 27-point three-quarter performance there. Look at that grin. He's like, Did you miss a shot tonight? I don't
know. I don't think I did.
I don't keep the shooting stats, but I don't seemed like it was pretty good to go every time. But we were trying to figure out who we could compare you to, because we were having a little discussion. Greg says Jokic.
That's who I think so.
Okay, I said Tim Duncan.
I'll take that too. I'll take either one of them.
Okay. But you got a big game coming up here. Perry Central, Leslie County. You guys get the winner. Are you guys feeling any pressure? You've not lost in the 14th region, but the last 2 years, it's kind of been the story too. And you went into the regional tournament, target on your back, and you've not made it through. Are you feeling that pressure, or are you just wanting to get out there and do it?
Like everybody wants to. We just want to go out there and win. Like you said, we've won. We ain't lost in that region, but we ain't really thinking about that right now. It's always going to be hard. Whoever comes out of here, especially if it's Perry, it's always hard to beat them. No matter the seat or no matter the records, it's always going to be hard to win or lose or win that one. And Leslie County, they play hard. Coach Noble has them playing hard. They do what he asked, and no matter how big they are or how small they are, they always give it all they got.
Well, congratulations, brother.
Thank you.
Go celebrate. He punched their ticket to the 54th District Championship and the regional tournament. Evan Sean Eversole. Folks, we're going to go ahead and shut this one down, and when we come back, we'll get you ready for Perry Central versus Leslie County. Hazard takes down Buckhorn on the East Kentucky Sports Network.